Hello. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is going to be a slightly different video. Basically going to be drawing some fan art. I saw this idea from Hide and Geek, and I'll link their channel below. And they're doing drawing for waffles. So Drawing with Waffles is a channel here on YouTube, and I think she's probably inspired a lot of people to start their art journey or carry on with their art journey. She's definitely inspired me. The amount of her videos I've binged, it's continuous. I love her energy, I love her art. So I wanted to do this today as it's a way to show support. She's not been posting for quite some time now, and I don't want to speculate as to why, but the whole idea of this drawing for waffles is it's a way to show support, but without overloading her, with like messages or anything like that. It's just our way of showing support and that we miss her and that we hope everything is well. So I'll throw up a little picture of the drawing I'm gonna try and recreate. I just thought this little mermaid looked so fun and I loved the colours. I do want to do it in my own style, so it's not going to be a carbon copy. I'm just going to be inspired by this drawing. And I've been sort of practising my characters. I've been practising faces, but I've not done any bodies of characters, so I thought this was a good excuse to try a different body in like a shape, basically. But I am going to sort of try and stick to Rin, who is drawing with waffles, to stick to her style, and then just add in a few bits of my own elements. Yeah, if anyone is a Drawing with Waffles fan, please let me know below, like how you found her, what are your favourite videos. I'm an absolute lover of unboxing videos, so I love the scrawler unboxings, upgrade unboxings. And I actually only found Rin's YouTube channel pretty much when I started mine, so about 2 months ago. And I have binged the amount of hours I must have watched. Yeah, it's just her energy. It was always upbeat. The characters were always fun, and it was just like a really nice way to relax and see some drawings. Oh yeah, so this hands are still my hardest or least favoured thing to draw. It's weird, isn't it? Like, you see your hands every day, but I don't understand the anatomy of them whatsoever. Yeah, so I sort of wanted to give this character the same shape as the mermaid, but I didn't actually want her to be a mermaid. So I put her in like a fishtail dress. Well, what I think is a fishtail dress. I thought that was like a good way to incorporate the mermaid, but not actually make her a mermaid. I'm going to be using markers again for this. I've really got into my markers, and the set I've got is so cheap. I think it was £17 or £18 for 80 markers. So it comes out at like 40p a marker, something like that. And I mean, I don't know what good markers are like. These are the only markers I've ever used, but I think they're pretty decent. Like, I'm enjoying working with them. They blend, they lay down colour nicely, they're not dry. And then I got some Winsor & Newton. I got some Winsor & Newton markers, skin colour ones, and to be honest, I'd say they're just the same as this cheap pack. If anything, they bleed a little more. But yeah, still on my list to get some more skin colours, because every character I draw at the moment has to be ridiculously pale and yellow toned. I want some darker tones, some rosy tones. I was quite happy with how these eyes were turning out at first, because I cannot draw symmetrical eyes for the life of me. And I've been watching YouTube tutorials of how to do it, and they just do it so fast, and I'm there for about 10 minutes, drawing them in, rubbing them away. I thought I'd done really well on this actually until I'm watching it back and it's like, oh, they aren't symmetrical whatsoever. But hopefully the angle she's looking at it makes it less noticeable. If anyone else is a new small art YouTuber, please leave a comment below so that I can follow and support, because it is hard starting on YouTube, having no idea what you're doing. I don't even really know how to draw. So yeah, I've just added in some line work here. I like to add in the line work first because it gives me an idea of, you know, what sections I'm colouring. But I do feel like there's more chance to mess up when you add in the line work first. And I find adding in the line work quite stressful. One little nudge and it's there forever. But yeah, so this is the end pose I decided to go with. So I liked the arms and that way, and I thought, you know, if she's in a dress, she must be dancing at a party somewhere, having a good time. But yeah, I was quite happy at this stage. I've impressed myself. Yeah, so these are the Winsor & Newton markers. And they're good, but I think they're just as good as the cheap ones I've got. I always say how ridiculously pale my characters are, and she's probably got more colour to her skin than I do. I'm the type of person that gets the foundations that are literally called bone. Porcelain sometimes is too dark for me as a foundation. That is how pale my skin actually is. Yeah, I've really enjoyed adding lots of colour to like the cheeks and the nose. I think that's a really cute way to sort of give your characters some character, and I think it looks happy. Like rosy cheeks and a little rosy nose. Yeah, the thing I've noticed with markers is that the colour goes down much darker and you think you've done loads of shading, and then you come back when it's dry and it's just all gone. I want to try with coloured pencils as well, but I mean, art can be really expensive, can't it? And I do struggle to justify spending money on art supplies when I'm completely aware that my art isn't amazing. I'm just sort of practicing, trialing things, and it's like, do I want to spend all the money on expensive supplies when I am just practicing? I don't know. I suppose it's not just about how good your art is, how much you enjoy it. You know, a hobby you spend a lot of time on, then I suppose it's justified. I always seem to start with the skin first, and I think it's because that's where I can mess up. And if I mess up, I sort of want to know at the very beginning. I don't know whether that's a good or a bad idea. I've noticed that this camera seems to make the colours darker than they actually are, because this skin colour is much paler in real life. This camera, well, it's my phone, but it must saturate the colours a bit more than they actually are. Which is weird, because when you take a photo, it seems to desaturate the colours. Yeah, so these are the super cheap markers now. And I'm really impressed with them. They're really juicy. I love them. It's very satisfying to colour with them. I loved this colour for the hair. It genuinely made me think, should I dye my hair again? I love colourful hair, and this is just, yeah, I want this hair. Although I do this because anyone who dyes the hair colourful colours will know that any sort of dye with blue pigment will stay in your hair. It is not coming out. You would have to bleach that with strong bleach to get it out. So whenever I want like blue or green, I have to like convince myself not to, because I don't keep my hair colour for long. So like pinks, reds, oranges, they all wash out and I can change them off. But if I do anything with the blue pigment, it's staying in my hair, whether I want it to or not. But yeah, I just loved this colour. And I was trying to use similar colours to the original, because otherwise it's a bit too different. Yeah, and then I just wanted to darken up around the face where the light wouldn't be hitting. It's actually only recently that I found out you can even layer markers, so I'm still getting used to that. I sort of regret the colour choice here. I wanted to use blue so that there was still like a water style, but I sort of wish I'd gone with another shade of green and tied it in more with the hair. Looking back, I'm not sure the blue works as well. And you will see in a bit the struggle I had with the bottom of the dress, just because it's a larger piece to colour in and I haven't quite got smooth colours down yet with blenders. So yeah, I had some struggle there. Yeah, here I was really struggling, and I was using the chisel nib because I've heard you're supposed to use that for large areas, but I just really struggle getting anything sort of smooth looking with the chisel nib. I don't know if I am supposed to use that. Yeah, you see, I changed back to the brush because I just think it's just easier. I feel like I know what I'm doing more with it. But yeah, I really struggled with this. And I just kept sort of going over it, hoping that eventually the colour would be so saturated that you couldn't see lines. If anyone has any tips of how you do the large areas, please let me know. I could use the help. So here's, I've drawn some flowers in the background and I was like, do I do a little background or will it ruin it completely? But I decided I'll go for it, tie in some oranges and yellows a bit more and hopefully make it a bit more interesting. Because I think the original had like, you know, a bit of background to make it interesting, so I thought, let's try and make it interesting. And I sort of wanted that orange, the top of a dress, the orange bit, in my head it was like it was going to be these mini flowers, so it's almost like the dress has, I don't know, produced these flowers. And I feel like in the end it sort of gives it, instead of a sea vibe, maybe like a Hawaii beach vibe. Says someone who has never been to Hawaii, but I would love to go. So yeah, this is the finished piece. Thank you so much for watching. I am hoping Waffles is doing well in return soon. Thank you, bye.